Hey everybody, welcome to Movies in the Man Cave. We are back in the Man Cave.
That's right.
After last week's field trip, so feels good to be home.
Yep, comfy.
This week, Jared, this was your idea. What are we doing this week?
Top 5 Jack Black movies.
Funny fat guy movies.
Funny
Can't
fat
go
guy.
wrong. You can't
Never.
go wrong. So,
Nope.
we were gonna do Chris Farley, but I looked it up online, and he only starred in like 5 movies, and
Yeah,
then he
it would have
died.
just been,
So,
what order
yeah,
did we put him
we
in?
had Tommy Boy #1, and blah, yeah. So, Jack Black, it is. All right, I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
So, starting low, my number 5, I have Shallow Hal.
Okay.
A bit juvenile, but I saw it when I was a bit juvenile. So,
works.
it's stuck with me. He's hypnotized into seeing people for inner beauty, so he's going around with this ginormous woman played by Gwyneth Paltrow.
Who is not ginormous.
But yes, he thinks she's super
Yeah.
skinny, and shenanigans follow, and George Costanza, what the heck is his name?
Jason Alexander.
Jason Alexander is like, "What's wrong with you, man?"
Yep.
Because before he was a womanizing such and such. So I don't know. I think it's funny.
It is. It's a good movie.
Ridiculous premise, of course, but number 5.
Number 5, I have a movie that you introduced me to, Be Kind, Rewind. Really good movie.
Yes.
Tone Lock.
No.
No. What?
Most Def.
Most Def. Not Tone Lock. Stupid.
Mock hasn't been in anything since probably Ace Ventura, I don't think. Or
Yeah.
Surf Ninjas.
Surf Ninjas. Yeah.
Sidebar.
Going back. Be
okay.
Kind, Rewind. Not Tone Lock. Stupid. Most Def and Danny Glover.
Yep.
I got that one right. Should have said Ernie Hudson. This guy's Jack Black lives next to a power plant. He gets electricity. What's the best way to explain it? But basically, erases all the videotapes at this video store, and him and Mos Def decide to make their
Remake
own.
them. Yes.
And hilarity again ensues. And I don't know, it's just really good. They try to end up saving the video store and everything. It's really good.
Yeah.
Good film.
Excellent. Number 4, I have Tropic Thunder.
Haven't seen that.
One of the newer ones. He doesn't play like the main character, like there's 3 or 4 main characters, but he plays a really good role. He's a drug addict, but like nobody knows it, so he's out in the jungle and they get lost and he's trying to find drugs and he goes crazy. So, good movie overall. Probably not my favorite Jack Black role, but as far as a Jack Black movie, it's up there just because the ridiculous Tom Cruise in it and Robert Downey Jr. playing the black guy and so many good little bits in there that I really enjoy. So
I'll have to check it out. My number 4, I have kind of a chick flick, The Holiday.
yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Cameron Diaz isn't completely annoying in it, which normally I can't stand her. And Kate Winslet is amazing. And then it's got Jack Black, obviously. And basically Jack Black, well, the premise is around the women. They swap locations. She's from America, Kate Winslet's from England. They swap for The Holiday. And then Kate Winslet meets Jack Black in America. Love story. But Jack Black is Jack Black in this movie. Again, like he usually ends up being the same quirky, eyes going crazy, sings a song.
Yeah.
I
don't see Kate Winslet falling for a guy like that, personally.
That's how they get you.
I don't know.
It's Hollywood, man.
I'm skeptical.
All right. It's got that old guy in it. I can't think of his name, but you would recognize him.
Yeah, I haven't
He's
seen
awesome.
it, so I don't know.
Right.
Old guy. Danny Glover, probably.
Probably.
Number 3, I have Saving Silverman, which has Jason Biggs
Jason
from
Biggs.
American Pie, and it's got Steve
Zahn.
Zahn. And Jack Black plays this... they kidnap this girl because they don't think that she is right for his friend, and then they're a couple of bumbling idiots completely throughout. So there's a lot of slapstick in this one, very physical humor, and pretty much just Jack Black being kind of an idiot. And a lot of Neil Diamond.
A lot of Neil Diamond.
Which is not my favorite artist, but very funny. And in
Yeah.
this movie, it works out. So, and I like Steve Zahn a lot, too. So
Yeah, that guy's awesome.
yeah. And it has Amanda Peet, and she's pretty.
Yeah, she's very nice.
Pretty.
My number 3 is School of Rock. Jack Black. I think we've covered this before on the show. He impersonates his roommate to get money.
Mm-hmm.
Becomes a teacher, substitute teacher, whatever. Ends up teaching the kids to rock. Yeah, good movie. If you want to learn more, go back, watch our School of Rock review, I think.
Did we review that movie
Oh,
straight
yeah.
up? We did?
Oh, yeah.
So many episodes, it's hard to
It
remember
was
these
yeah,
days.
back the first week of school.
Interesting. Oh yeah, that's what we did do.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Number two. My number two is Be Kind Rewind.
Yeah.
Which you had further down the list. I think it's a very different feeling Jack Black movie where normally they're that giant slapstick. This one feels more like an indie film.
Oh, it's very
yeah,
indie,
and it's just so fun to see how they recreate those iconic movie scenes. You know,
RoboCop one was
the RoboCop, and when they're doing Ghostbusters, and it's just, you know, you have no budget and you have no time. How do you put a movie together? And these guys do it, you know, from memory. He sings his little Ghostbusters song that's not even close to correct, and I really enjoy Mos Def as an actor.
Some people call him Tone Lock.
Some people do. He's changed his name now.
Oh.
He's no longer Mos Def.
No, it's most definitely.
No, he's not. It's some other crazy name.
No.
So I don't even know what it is yet. But it's just so funny. And if you're a movie fan, you have to see it because it has so many other movies within it.
Definitely.
Number
2 for me is Saving Silverman, also on your list. I think what did it for me, what put it so high up there, is the combo Steve Zahn and Jack Black. And even Jason Biggs is all right.
I'm not a big Jason Biggs fan.
And
he's my least favorite part of the movie.
Yeah, but just they're basically a duo in the movie. Jason Biggs is kind of, you know, just an idiot in that movie. And just the combo of the two of them in that movie made it so high, and they're so funny in that movie.
The walkie-talkie scene just sprang to mind. That just sprang to mind.
When he's digging through the fridge, like, munching on like spaghetti or something. Like, there's nothing in the fridge. Over. You
don't have to make the sound. It makes the sound already. Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, and just the movie in general is really hilarious too. Like right away at the beginning, you got Steve Zahn catching the rodents, and gets attacked by a raccoon or something. I don't know. Good movie.
It is a good movie. That walkie-talkie scene, very good.
Yes.
My number 1 is on your list. It's School of Rock, which apparently we reviewed before. And it's something that comes on TV and I won't turn it off. Mm-hmm. You know, you just know where all your favorite parts are, which is like every 2 or 3 minutes. You're like, oh, I love that part that's coming up, so I'll watch that. And then I don't like Joan Cusack, but the role she plays in this is like perfect for her. Mm-hmm. You know, like the stuck-up principal of a school by the book. Cool. Perfect for her. And this music, it's good music.
It's very good music.
It's fun to watch the kids. You know, those are pretty good kid actors and pretty good for kid musicians. I was going to say instrumentalists. I don't think that's a word.
Player things.
Musicians.
Yes.
So, School of Rock. Very good. Very good.
Very good movie. Oh, okay. Wow. My number 1 is Jack Black, Kyle Gass, Tenacious D in The Pick of Destiny. For me, you kind of mentioned earlier, you know, it was with Shallow Hal, kind of juvenile.
Yeah.
Pick of Destiny is crude humor, very offensive,
very crude,
vulgar, childish. But that is Jack Black, like, he's literally playing Jack Black. You know what I mean? Like, that is him and Kyle Gass, and they're just, I mean, I know it's not the actual story of how the band was made, but it's kind of what their roots were from the Tenacious D show on HBO and all that stuff. And they apparently made enough money to make a high-budget movie.
Yep.
And, yeah, it's great. It's got Tim Robbins in it. You can't go wrong with Tim Robbins.
It's probably worth a revisit, but I did not care for that movie at
Really?
all. When I saw it, I was so disappointed. Maybe I went in with such high expectations because I really liked Jack Black, and then I saw this and it just didn't live up to that. So
did you ever see the show though on HBO?
No.
Okay.
So maybe that's part of it
yeah,
too. But
I think so.
Maybe it's probably worth a revisit. But I did not care for it. Like, obviously, it didn't even make my top 5.
Right.
So
yeah, it's just, I don't know. I really enjoyed just stupid comedy with it. Plus, again, it's a musical, if you will. You know.
Sure. Yeah. There's a lot of good music in that one. I like Tenacious D the band a lot. Yeah. So and they get a lot of that music incorporated into there.
That's my number 1.
Right. I do want to throw out a little side project that he did. You need to go on YouTube and you need to look up the pilot of the show. It was only a pilot. A show called Heat Vision and Jack. Did you ever see it?
No.
Basically, the premise is Jack Black was an astronaut who flew too close to the sun, and now whenever the sun is out, he becomes the smartest man in the world, and he solves crimes with his former roommate, who was played by Owen Wilson, who got turned into a motorcycle called Heat Vision. So, Jack Black is the smartest man in the world with a sidekick, Owen Wilson, the motorcycle.
It was a motorcycle.
It was only a pilot, unfortunately, because it's very funny. So go out to YouTube and search for Heat Vision and Jack, and you should be able to find it. And it's great.
Sweet.
So, not a movie, but I want to throw it out there. If you're a Jack Black fan, you got to go see that.
Check it out. Well, moving on.
Moving on.
Quotes.
Yeah, who did we get for a winner this week?
Mr. Andrus Elders.
2, 3, 12 weeks in a row?
Probably.
Somewhere around
Something
there?
like that. Facebook.
Let's check it out.
But, Mr. Minister, it isn't like this film is the first troublesome thing to come out of Canada. Let us not forget Bryan Adams.
No, the Canadian government has apologized for Bryan Adams on several occasions.
The South Park movie.
Which I totally forgot was musical.
It is a musical. We did musicals last week with Tracy Briggs over at She Says TV. So that's a musical. Totally is. Some good songs in there.
Totally spaced that.
And funny enough, that's the only scene in that movie without a curse word. That 8 seconds right there.
It's hard to find.
Yeah.
Hard to find.
So, you've got a quote picked out for
I
this
do.
week.
Let's see if I can get this right. I had to write it down. I've had this birthmark since I was born. I looked it up in the dictionary. It's not in there.
Okay. So.
Go to Google. Look it up.
No.
Just kidding. Use your movie
You
knowledge,
got to
people.
use your movie knowledge this time. We always say look it up, but this time I want to know who knows.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
I know, but I can't guess. That's
Or
cheating.
Google it. I don't care.
Yeah. So, where do they go, Cody? I'm switching roles. This is fun.
We have websites they visit and they put comments. One of them's on Twitter and there's another Facebook and one's on Area Voices.
Yep, they're all right there on the comment screen. Sweet. Go there. What's coming out? I didn't even really look.
I looked,
I feel
and first of all, we have One for the Money, which is Katherine Heigl playing a bounty hunter, and it looks really terrible.
It looks awful.
It just looks terrible. And at some point, you lose believability. Like, I'm not a big BA guy, but I could beat up Katherine Heigl. Like, she's not a believable bounty hunter. Like, some chicks, like that Gina Carano or whatever that's in that new Haywire.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she could destroy me.
Well, she's an MMA fighter, too.
Well, exactly. But I mean, there's certain chicks, like Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah.
I mean, she could...
I wouldn't mess with
She
her.
could kick my butt.
Yeah.
So, I don't know why you cast somebody like Katherine Heigl, who's just like this frail, dainty little thing. It's like, that's not believable.
But she was just in The Killers with Ashton Kutcher, playing similar, killing
Doesn't work for
people.
me.
No.
Doesn't work for me.
Put her back on Grey's Anatomy.
Also, it's supposed to be a comedy, and it doesn't look funny at all.
So.
And I had no idea she was on Grey's Anatomy because I don't watch that show.
Me either.
Yeah. The Grey with Liam Neeson.
I don't know that the previews show enough for me to know what's going on. Like, it's a plane crash.
It's a plane crash, and
And
they're
then he
stuck in the
has-
wilderness.
But then he has, like, flashbacks of his wife. Or
I think that was just a dream. I think that's just 1 second. In the
I don't know.
whole-
I just get confused with it. And then he's fighting wolves with bottles.
With
on
broken
his-
beer bottles. I think it looks awesome, personally. I think it looks really cool. A really good survival movie, and I think it's one that can really kind of draw you into it. It's not ridiculous explosions and everything everywhere. It's,
Yeah.
it's Man versus Wild, Bear Grylls, but, just
But Liam
kicked
Neeson?
up a notch,
Maybe that should be the tagline.
Man versus Wild with Liam Neeson.
Neeson.
That could be very, very
That would be cool.
I don't know. I think it looks good. And the last one is Man on a Ledge.
I think it looks decent. I would probably rent it.
I think it has an awesome premise. I think the trailer showed too much.
Yeah, I'd agree.
You said you didn't see enough of the Gray. That one showed me way more than I wanted to see. All they need to tell me is like a guy is on the ledge of a building about to jump off and kill himself as a distraction for a robbery.
Right.
Like, I don't want to know all the other stuff about it that they're showing in the preview and all the stuff that he's doing. Like, just tell me that. And I'm like, that's an excellent premise for a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, they do show kind of a lot in that preview.
So that's what's coming out this week.
Cool.
So join us this weekend for a mini episode. We are finally getting around to a viewer request.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Not one we're turning into a full episode, but we will do a mini episode on it. And that should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll see you this weekend. You want to go first, or do you want to go second?
I don't even remember what we did last time.
Did you make a decision? Would you please make a decision?
What do you want from me?
A decision.
No.
You will go never. I'm going to do the whole list. Give me a list. I'm going to do both of them.
There you go.
You can't decide. That's what you get as punishment. I don't